Okay, we is live. And did your ass just freeze up again? Okay, no, you good. What is up, yo?
What's
TCP.
popping, Maya the V? You know?
TCP in the house with confessions.
Yes,
Oh,
of course. We're gonna get into a little bit of poetry therapy tonight. Being that it is Mental Health Awareness Month, we're gonna get into a little bit of poetry therapy. Um, so I guess we can go ahead and kick this off real quick. So I feel like we should start with a y'all. We mad goofy, by the way. Both of us we got nerves about being online, if I might be honest. So we both a little bit
mad nerves.
nervous,
Mad nerves.
mad nerves.
But you supposed to be my
But it's
yang, yo.
okay.
I'm the anxious
Hey,
yin, yo.
see, nah, like, we got this. We got this. This is what this is for. It's about release. So we both of us got to release and relax sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna go ahead and tackle right into it. You know what I'm saying? First off, how TCP came to be was through poetry. We met at an event. Um, I heard Maya spit a couple of times, and we talked about the same thing. Um, I have been told times before because I wrote through mental health. I wrote a lot of mental health pieces, and that was all I performed. And it wasn't sad and gloomy mental health. It was about breakthroughs and shit like that. I had people telling me that you'll never make it in the poetry industry because I nobody want to hear about mental health all day. And you know what? I wasn't trying to make nothing. They get my dreams mixed up with theirs. I'm just performing on stage and releasing. You feel
That's
what I'm
great.
saying? I am not trying to out here be,
That's how
Sojourner
poets
Truth.
start, yo. Is with mental
I'm
health,
not
with
trying to
poetry.
be exactly. I'm not trying to be Maya Angelou or Sojourner Truth. That's why my name is Confessions. I wanted to get on the mic and I wanted to spit. I started journaling in therapy actually since it's mental health month. Shout out to therapy. I know therapy doesn't help everyone, which me and Maya dig a little bit deeper off in there later. But I started journaling and like really journaling, not just like waking up in the morning with and just writing just to call it that. Like really journaling with my emotions. And when I would do so, my therapist, she would tell me that I write with conviction. She was like, "You're writing in poetry." She was like, "You're expressing yourself in a poetic language. Have you ever thought about getting on the stage and writing?" I've seen it before, never thought about actually doing it. Took a chance and did it. And the first time, like I said, I saw Maya. She spoke. This called Law by
You breaking up on my end a little bit. Confessions. Uh,
Am I in now?
I know you froze a little bit. I can hear your audio a little bit better, but you kind of breaking up on my end. Um, so with that, you know what? Let's go ahead and get into it, yo. With while we talking about with your therapist and stuff until your audio to your video come back through while we on that topic. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and share. I'm gonna go ahead and share uh uh this poem that got me really into the poetry community in the first place. So I guess while Confessions had to take an exit real quick and come back in, so she just gonna leave me by myself drowning, right? Okay, it's cool. I'm gonna try to doggy paddle in this water right here by myself till she come back. But anyway, so this poem, right, that I'm about to share with y'all, this is actually the poem that got me into the poetry community, and it's actually a poem that I wrote for my psychotherapist to begin with, because it was like a therapy session, and after like the first two sessions of just staring at each other, not saying nothing, you know, um, I didn't really know how to, I still don't really know how to express myself by just talking. And so I decided to go home and, just write in my own words of how I know only the way that I know how to express myself, and bring it back to that therapy session, and and speak it. And so this is what it was that I came back with, and it's called breathe. I feel like I can't breathe, like my skin is on fire, collapsing everything in me, choking me, provoking me to surrender and die. And I can't cry because the pain is too deep, the anger is too strong. I was too weak for too long. Nothing is fair. It's the same song everyone sings. You're powerless to a world that was designed for you to fail. You're kidding yourself if you believe that you create your own destiny. It's already written, but it's forbidden for you to interfere. I hate that fear keeps me from leaping each year. I don't want to be here. The skin is disgusting. It craves for your lust and trust that you're trusting is wrong. The confusion is right when it gives you the illusion you can fly with no fight. It's there for the choosing. You're losing a battle with spite on your own. The darkness succumbs to your comfort zone where you belong. You can't leave. I can't breathe. But I feel dead being alive, and I strive to feel free, resorting back to the habits that made me me. Drowning my sorrows on a raft with no savor. I'm running around tipping the ends of this crater, looking for a high to survive in his favor, numbing myself, crying out for a savior. Does he hear me? I'm trying. When everything in me is holding back and I'm dying. With the way that I talk, you believe that I'm lying. When I coat these feelings I'm hiding. It's scary, this ride that I'm riding. This rage feels like toxic. I can't box it with logic. Can't swallow this burden. Can't scream to be heard or express how I'm hurting. It's not working. I'm not worth it to demand my appeal. What I feel is too great. I can't escape what's too real. I can't counter the guilt with the life that I built. Can't manage the altar, move forward and falter, ignored and doctor. The blind eye to this monster is stronger than me. I can't breathe. The pressure to release and feel free and aiming to please, but you tease with hope and faith that I'll cope. My mind's out of range, but my heart's in your scope. And I keep telling myself I'm okay when I'm not. It's a lot when my mind keeps on racing. I'm shaking my head, trying to keep with the pace and ducking and diving, trying to bury my face. I have no clue what I'm doing like a child, and it's foul. These thoughts keep on brewing, spewing too quick for me to file, and it never ends. Once I think that I'm done, it only soon just begins.
Yay!
So yeah, I
I was,
spit that form. I didn't have this,
yay!
like feeling like that whenever I spit that when I had spit that for the count for the therapist, But
Can you
he just
break that
like
down?
paused. Say what?
I was saying you breaking it down for us a little bit, letting us know what led to what
Yeah,
inspired
that's
that.
that. Yeah, I was just telling him that's that piece, that first poem that that I originally wrote while I was in therapy because I was so tired of just you know wasting my time going to sessions and just having staring contests with the psychotherapist, right? Because I didn't know what to fucking say. I didn't know how to talk. I can only it's crazy
Right.
because poetry is words,
Yeah.
right? And talking is
Yes.
words, but
Period.
poetry is like art, it's just a different type of, I can only talk through poetry. I can't I sound weird as fuck whenever I just talk. I don't know how to just talk. But
You don't sound weird though. That's in your head. Like you make perfectly good sense. And your stuff resonates with the people that it's supposed to resonate with. And you have a different walk of life. You know what I'm saying? And you just reminded us that sometimes we just gotta breathe.
yeah.
Sometimes we just gotta breathe. Like,
Yeah. And only people that feel you can only that knows what it's like can really understand that. You know what I mean? And that's my motto. Sometimes the hardest things to do are the easiest. Sometimes and that's just breathe, you know. By the way, let me say what's up, Kevin online. My husband is Lyric.
hey
What's up, Lyric?
Kevin.
Erica Grady. What's up, Erica? Lady E. What's up,
What's popping,
Dyson?
people?
What's going on? Y'all feel free to post some comments. I'll be looking at them every once in a while. I don't know if you can see them on your side, confessions or not. Can you?
I have it. I have it. I have it. I have it.
You can see them? Okay. Yeah, y'all feel free to join in on the conversation. Y'all got some questions or anything y'all want to share or anything, feel free to, you know, join in on the conversation. Von Ember Moonstone, none. Blessings, blessings, blessings. I miss everybody. All right, all right.
Can you hear me, Mike? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Confessions got a little
Okay, so
squeak
I got a question for
coming
you.
over there. So we trying to keep her on the line here.
Shay, so he's funny for that. So do I want to know how has mental health, how has being in the military, which I know a little I did, but how does being in the military influence your writing? How much did that play? How much did the effect on being in the military? And you had high ranking. You got a lot. I don't know if a lot of people know, like you were a big deal in the military. So with that
I wouldn't
transitioning out of the military,
you may put that as a big deal, whatever. But I wasn't really no big deal, whatever. You know, I had two
really,
deployments, and you know, I've been through some stuff, whatever. But it's not. You know, it ain't like I was some General Patton and all this other shit. Like I'm gonna glorify that shit like a lot of folks do.
no,
You
but
know what
it's
I'm saying?
no, but it's
Uh,
my way of no, but it's my way of saying thank you for your service. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah, I
to
know what
me,
you're saying. I
I
know,
could never. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
and like the
But how
craziest
has
thing,
that impacted your writing?
and like the craziest thing is though, you know, do people not realize that I believe majority of the people that join the military already got issues, already got like a lot of issues that's going on in their lives before they even join. That's like probably what bumps them into joining in the first place. Like
Yeah.
Kevin, I've seen your DD 214 and it matches mine, so don't play it down. You did a lot. Okay, baby. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, my husband he used to be real sexist. He still is kind of sexist, but yeah, he saw my DD 214 when we met, and he eased up. He was like, oh, okay, yeah, you did some stuff. Yes, baby, I did some stuff. But again, though, it's whatever. But anyway, as I was saying, it's you know, a lot of people, just like you just said, they that tickles me, you know, when people say that thank you for your service. You know, that line is like
I already know. I already
it's
know.
like it's kind of like it doesn't mean nothing no more. You know what I mean? It's kind of like
Mm,
when yeah, love you too, babe. Love you. You know, it's just people just throw that love out there. Like love don't really mean that much no more. I mean, it means stuff to certain people, yeah, but now it's kind of that needle in the haystack. It's hard to find who really means it and who really, you know, who don't. That's what it's kind of like, you know. So
yeah, but you can't just take gratitude from where it comes. Like it ain't really our responsibility. Yeah, you will pick up on the vibes when it's not true. You know what I'm saying? Just don't feed off into it. You know, but
yeah.
from me, the shit is sincere. Maya, let me tell y'all something if y'all don't know. Me and Maya are yin and yang. So y'all hear this is a conversation with us all the time. It get loud, it get rowdy, and then we hug, and then it get loud and rowdy again, and then we spit poetry. We are like we call ourselves the yin and the yang. We night and day all day. You know, but it's two times. That's what's so beautiful about it because it's two sides of the coin with us. You know, we both get each other's perception on stuff, and take it in, and because I know she's opened my eyes to a lot. But again, how did being in the military? How does it impact your experience?
Oh, okay.
Impact your
So
writing?
I'll be going sideways. I'll be going.
That's
I'm just
good.
getting that little. I'll be going. I be getting sidetracked and shit. Anyway, like I was saying, a lot of folks don't realize, majority, if not everybody, before they join the military, already got issues, and so like I know, like for me, uh, I was already battling a depression. I was already a misfit. I was already, not knowing what I wanted to do in life and stuff like that. And I just didn't want to be another statistic, another teenager. I went through the only reason I went to college is because my mama wanted me to go to college. I didn't want to have nothing to do with
Mm,
school, you know.
yeah.
And I went to and then on top of that, I went to college in Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm from Texas. I'm from Dallas, Texas, and I was like, okay, you want me to go to college? I want to go. I wanted to get out of Texas. I was like, okay, then I'll go. I'll go here to Greensboro. Now I ain't had no type of scholarship. No, my mom's paying out of pocket and stuff, right? So I'm wasting her money. I didn't even want to be there. And so, you know, before the semester, I had some time off before the semester started and everything to just really get into my mind and stuff. And like I said, I didn't want to be like another statistic and everything. And a lot of people don't know this, and so this may be the first time coming out to some people. Shot, don't calm down, mom. If you watching this and stuff, if you fool, calm down. Look, okay, so so, but like again, I was 18. I didn't. I was having suicidal ideations and stuff like that, right? But I didn't want to be looked at. I didn't want to have my family embarrassed if I committed suicide, or I didn't want to be looked at as like a coward and stuff like that. Even though I'd be dead and not even know what the fuck y'all talking about me, it's still that
Oh, I
always
got you.
perception, And so
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go into the military. I don't fuck it. I don't care. Fuck it. I'm going to the recruiting station. I'm gonna join the military. It wasn't to serve my country or nothing like that. It was to, it was just because everybody got this ideal in their head. It's like you want to be you want to feel like you're worth something to somebody, or look like that you're worth something to somebody. It's all an illusion, you know.
Mm.
Even if I was to die with or without a uniform, that's it's I'm still dead. Anybody who doesn't really know me will still forget my name. That goes with anybody, any other soldier, any other marine, any other whatever. That's the reality. We talking raw, we talking real. We don't get sensitive and shit. I'm talking real. That's the reality of it. Die with or without a uniform, your name's gonna be forgotten like that. You know, that's the illusion of wanting to be the hero and stuff like that. I don't know why we still, as humans, whether we're alive or dead, how we care about how we die, or why does it matter? We're dead, our family, whoever really loves us, is still gonna miss us, is still gonna never forget our names. Whoever wasn't in our life like that don't give a fuck about you, don't care how you die. That's the reality of it. So uh but anyway,
But
just
care
wanted.
is for, like, care is for as an extent to what, like, they don't care how you die in the military, like, because we don't have to seek that validation from other people to care about us. You see what I'm saying? We don't
Yeah,
have to we don't have to seek no validation from anybody. Validation comes from self. You have to be 100% confident and aware of yourself to not look up into validation for. And I know it sounds easier said than done. This process is it's a process to it. It's step to the madness. That's what I'm gonna promote it real quick. The workshop me and my homie PA Fuller got coming up. It's called Thug Life, because the thug life behind it is it's about breaking it down. Y'all all heard Bone Thugs growing up, and if you understand the real message on the shit that they speaking, it's about breaking. It's not about being out in the streets thugging it out. It's about when. Well, what if you've been doing the work? What if you just don't? Okay, you talking about suicide? What if you just don't want to be here anymore? How do you thug it out, for you to matter? Because seeking that validation from somebody else, it ain't gonna come. Ain't nobody else gonna be ever gonna be able to give you that type of satisfaction, because there's always gonna be that gray hole, that area where you're still gonna be looking for something else and looking for something else, for somebody to fill a void that only you can fill. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
And I'm a survivor of suicide. I tried to take myself out twice, and I blame nobody. It was just simply me. But those were some of the things that I learned, coming up out of that. Validation don't come from no damn body. Validation comes from me. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying about no. You would think nobody cares if that's your mindset. I typically don't give a damn if nobody cares right now. You know what I'm saying? In the most respect, like I don't think about it on my mind. Oh, I'm gonna go spit this piece to see if ABCD go, or I'm gonna do. No, I'm going to get on this stage to release because this is the energy that I'm on. If I'm on love energy, I'm spending some love shit. If it's a call for social justice, I that's just me though. Everybody does their art indifferently, but I'm a Sagittarius. You know what I'm saying? We go out feeling and shit like that. So it's like in that form of release, I get it. It's also it's about mindset. But I see people thugging it out. Everybody has had their own without it be okay. Without being so structured, without it being so ABCD, everybody
And you just froze. Hold on, pause. Take a breath right quick. Confessions, because your audio just froze some, and your video just froze a little bit too. Uh, take a pause. Breathe. uh, so while that gets fixed again, let me go to the comments right quick because they've been asking. They've been talking in here. Uh, okay, Rain. Maya, name the top 3 people you surround yourself with that bettered your writing. Uh, uh, I mean, I mean, it's all how you want to perceive that. I mean, my writing, the only person that influences my writing is me, and my emotions and everything. But with who I'm around right now with the Dallas Poetry Commission and everything, and Real being the founder of that, Real Spill being the founder of that, and allowing me to be who I am, that does better me because it allows me to be just like what I said. It allows me not to hold back and just to write the only way that I know how to write and write what I want to write, not what everybody else wants me to write or do or whatever. I can just feel free to be me. So there really is no top 3 people I surround myself. I mean, Confessions, same thing. She allows me to be me, and it's the people like that I like to surround myself with that just allows me to write for me. They understand that I am who I am. I'm always gonna write for me. It's not selfish, you know. I share what I write with everybody else, you know. Um, but I'm not gonna write for anybody else. You know, uh, that's not what poetry. That I mean, if I did write for anybody else, then poetry wouldn't be my therapy. Wouldn't be my therapy. And that's what poetry is to me. Priority number one. Uno. That's it. Poetry is my therapy. Period. So I will always write for me. I will share my poems, but I will always write for me. So those are so there really is, there's no top 3 people that I really really surround myself with. It's just, I mean, there's the group that I in, and people like Confessions that allow me to just be just write freely and be who I am. And that's the crowd that those are the people that I want to surround myself with. Um Dyson, I finished college and could not find a job, so I went to the army. Yeah. Understood. It's a way out, yeah. Uh Kevin, it's weird when people say thank you for your service because I didn't join for my country. As most people didn't, and they just like that cap. Oh, I joined for my country. No, you didn't. Stop fucking lying, yo. You didn't join to serve your country. Shut the fuck up, yo. Just cap, man. Probably a small percentage of people did that. Stop lying. Stop lying to folks. Tell the truth. Um, I joined because I was giving myself the change. Yeah, most people do a lot. Uh, Rain, back to Rain. What's more important, people liking your poetry but not understanding it, or understanding it but not liking it? What's more, let's see. Let me read that again, right? What's more important, people liking my poetry but not understanding it, or understanding it but not liking it? It would be the latter. I want you to understand it. I don't if you because I know that I don't at the same time, that's kind of a quick see, you're talking to an overthinker here. Okay? Because in a way, and I think Confession still is, are you still here? No, she's still trying to work it out. All right, anyway. But in a way, a lot of people, tell me that they like my poetry because they can, relate. It's very relatable. So, but at the same time, if we're going one way or the other, I want you to understand it. Even if you don't like it, I'd rather you understand my poems, because uh now I do know some people that understand it and they get offended by it. I don't give a fuck. I don't. So. So I mean, if we're gonna go one way or the other, yeah, the more importantly would be you understanding it and not liking it. So we're gonna go that way, because I take it as, okay, you understand it, but you offended. Oops. So okay. Anyway, moving on. Bernice Witherspoon, my old coworker. Most join the military to escape our situation at home, whether it's poverty, abuse, sexual abuse. I truly believe more than a few of us who joined had a few things going on before joining. Yes, facts. Yeah, Lyric. Exactly. The space to be you is really necessary, and that's important. Authenticity is important. Dyson, I joined because I needed money. Dyson. Okay. I'm gonna get with you tomorrow. Okay, at work. Facts. CJ, what's up, CJ? CJ the poet is on. All right, so we caught up with our comments. All right, Confessions, you good? You good? I see you don't move locations. We good
And
now?
I'm in the country, and a storm is a brewing. And when the storm is a brewing, everything. No matter how good signal solar you got, when the storm is coming, it's a little janky. But I'm straight now. I had to change positions, like Aaliyah said in that one song. But I'm back.
All right, you remember what we was on? What you was talking about? I know I had to put you on pause a little. Well, your computer
No
put you
worries.
on pause. Your computer told you to breathe. So I was just going
Uh,
with it.
no, but it's fine. I'm just gonna just fall back into where you are.
All right. We said we was gonna be spitting balls. What's up? Is it time for you? Want to spit something? Or you want me to spit a little something else?
You can go again. You got the bar. You go again. I
Oh,
go. I go right after.
okay. Oh, while we on this, I talk a lot about breathing. So while we on the subject of breathe, let me go to my other breathe poem. Not all my mental health poems. I got a shitload of mental health poems. Not all of them about breathe, but this my
No,
other.
not all of my breed.
This is my other breathe one. This is my other breathe one. Okay, and we'll talk about it afterwards. One, two, three, breathe. That's what they told me to do. Stop worrying about what you can't fix. Nix it. The past is through. You gotta bury your burdens. These things are just flings, lessons learned. Dry them wings and rise up like the sun. Icarus. What's done is done. Take a moment, be calm. Pop these pills and go numb. Take a lap in your head, walk it out. Don't run. Stop thinking about it. Think about it. What you stressing for? You just prostituting your problems, instituting a whore. You don't want a heart attack. Step back, relax, take this Prozac. Throw them problems at the door. Get them demons to the Lord. Now follow me. One, two, three, breathe. I can't keep with these steps though. How many reps I gotta do before I explode? All these bars on my throat got me praying like a layman, hoping I don't choke. This feeling's chart is a joke. You just stoking the fire, got me burning money, wasting time, spitting through the wire. How far is this gonna go? I'm not a fan of your halo. You ain't tricky, I'm picky. I don't take notes if your quotes ain't sticky. I need original wisdom and not the cliche. That food for thought I can play on replay until the pain goes away. Tell me words never heard. Give me truth. No lines blurred. Tell God I want to hear it from the shepherd, not the herd. I'm educated, not taught. So what's the plot? Because I'm not spending another dime rhyming paying this tool. Fool. I got Google. It's free. I get the same advice from an apple that you giving to me. I'm not a project. I got mad feelings that I just can't project. I might seem a little crazy, but don't downplay me. Underestimate my intellect. Don't trip. Yes, I did skip that pill. How I'm supposed to climb a mountain when the side effects made me fall down that hill? That's ill. Don't gotta go to the streets to seek a drug dealer. They take Blue Cross Blue Shield. That's payment for the week. Here's my government card. What's your fee? One, two, three. Breathe. They say they wanna help. But
Yeah.
sometimes their remedy be my own worst enemy. They need a new strategy because this is agony. You feeling me? Because they ain't feeling me. I just want some help. I'm not like everyone else. You can't find my name on a how to or self help book on your shelf. It's like I'm screaming to an audience, but the crowd is deaf. Every doc that talks can't hear me when I speak. It's like they looking at a freak. All they see is white walls and a straight jacket, disability checks and a tax bracket. I'm just another foul. They treat me like a trial while Satan's playing with my clock, mainly turning the dial. I gotta confess, I need a priest, and they sent me a nun talking about some one, two, three, breathe. So, so that's
You
my
better watch.
thoughts on therapy, though. So, so like Confession say, this therapy work for some people, and some people don't. Poetry is my therapy. Power to people who need who I mean, everybody got their own type of therapy. If you need somebody to talk to, go talk to somebody. I'm not trying to knock you down for that, but just me, it don't work. It don't work like that for me. I need poetry is my therapy. That's my venting. You know.
Beautiful, beautiful, Maya. Thank you for being vulnerable and sharing that. I know I've heard it over and over, and had you do it on the rewind. But thank you so much for being vulnerable right now. During can you still hear me? Right?
Yeah, yeah, you good.
Okay. Doing mental health awareness. That was fire. That was really fire. On the other hand, for me, I needed therapy. There's breakdowns on, and when I say therapy, it's more on the spiritual aspect, like wellness, spirituality, doing Reiki, the mind, the body, the spirit. That's the type of therapy, not just going to sit down on the couch. My therapy is more invested in applying scripture to your daily life. Um, and it's magnificent. Poetry is definitely a way to release that as well, because sometimes I cannot talk about it. Sometimes a sound bath does not suffice the intrusive thoughts that come in my head, which is what makes me. I love to call myself a guru. I love it. I have a passion for this overthinking thing because I spend a lot of time going in. I spend a lot of time investing myself in learning about it. When it comes to poetry and therapy, for me, like you just said, it's a breath. It's literally just a breath. Poetry to me is not defined by somebody else's outlet. For example, now I'll give a spoken word. This one is called "What Is a Poet." I wrote it like about 2 or 3 years ago. Sorry, I
Dang,
wrote it
that
about
win
two.
rude. That win so
Yeah, it
disrespectful.
be hating. Soon, you know what I'm saying. As soon as I was gonna just go off in it, I might move location. It's just I get really good signal like out here. Um, I'm gonna move locations, but this is it's called "What Is a Poet," and it actually talks about my journey becoming a poet and how Just listen. Okay. So I'm gonna give it. Forget the win. I'm gonna try to project over it. Y'all know I got a
You
loud mouth.
good. Spit, poet, spit.
Here we go. Alexithymia. I was diagnosed with alexithymia. It's a condition for lack of words when expressing emotion. That throat chakra ain't growing. See, it's the opposite of a poet. Suffocated expressions from the timeline of adolescence. These are my confessions and therapeutic expressions. The difference between opinions and constructive criticism is the tone and the delivery in which you choose to give them. See, a boy with autism, he holds a limited future because his parents don't understand that his mental confusions come from hectic contributions of a public school. They see a handicap symbol and somehow read the word fool. He understands that God's plans for the laws are universal. Classmates make fun because his language is nonverbal. Just because he can't speak doesn't mean he can't write or read, so he expressed his love language in a poem that reads, Dear fellow classmates, your words caused me damage. I just wanted friends, but you were mean and demanding. I communicate through sign language and read lips on broad spectrum, so just take your mean words and shove them up your rectum. It's a beautiful spoken word that brought the young boy relief and nobody was harmed. It's poetic therapy. I mean, seriously, it's the definition of journaling, a healthy coping mechanism called expressive therapy. The self-expression of emotional wounds that affects the mental state is the very definition of emotional intelligence in therapy books to this day. Then I read a post that once said, entertainment abuses the system by allowing poets to discuss the traumas of the mental. Now, I wanted to get physical. I must confess. See, folks are always throwing change with ass whipping chicks. But let me broaden your aspect. See, your vision has gotten out of focus. One person's opinion cannot explain what poetry is to a poet. See, there are similes, metaphors, haikus, and balance that form a therapeutic release in the form of storytelling. Poetry keeps history in the forefront, like how our chains are untied, but we still fight for our civil rights. I mean, that ain't right, but it's still current life because black, educated, and wealthy is uniform. There's three strikes like stop, freeze. Negro, put your hands up. With dark skin as a target, being an officer must be tough because they survive in a conscious state of survival mode and use violence and lethality as a coping abode. See, poetry be the reason for constitutional deeds because it helps us to practice the freedom of speech. Our words can't be impeached. Self healing is what we speak. Palms up and meditation is how we beat our meats. Throat chakras never close. And while my words pinch your nose, poetry be a porno. And the subject is deep throat. See, poetry be affection in the honeymoon stage. It don't segregate. Poetry even love the gays. And no matter what side we choose in these elections, poetry be the spoken word to keep us together in connection. Time travel is essential in a poetic state because it taught us what light through yonder window breaks. Light shattered the glass and caused a fatal attraction, generational curses, stop love, everlasting blasphemy. For you to use my poetry's name in vain, you help mental. Hold on, blasphemy for you to use poetry's name in vain. I'm sorry, y'all. That was the end. I can never. It's been years since I did that one.
You
But if
forgot
you
what the ending
understand,
was. That's okay. You could
I,
have improv. We didn't know what the ending was. You could have improv.
hey, this is improv right here. No, it just goes to say that was my self expression. Like I couldn't express that before. That's what poetry is for me. It's a lifestyle. It's not a stage to get up and perform and be the best or somebody's favorite poem. For me, poetry literally is therapy because I live it. And when I get to do something like this, being on live with you, having people from the community to join in, it you know what it's sharing that therapy, it's sharing that poetry, and that's what it is for me. You know what I'm
It's
saying? that's
dope. That was.
that's what it
That's why I fucks with you though. Your shit is fire. It's relatable. I liked it. I likes it,
it's
yo.
all love. It's
Oh,
all love.
you
It's
just look
all
at.
love.
Oh, we got something. Lyric wrote us a paragraph. Hold on, let's see what lyric
Ah,
said. That's how it is for a lot of us. We write to heal because we going through shit and need a way. She said, "Shh." I said, "Shit," and need and need a way to get it out effectively. It takes courage to even just write it out. I find myself fighting back tears when reading things I write. When I
yes.
choose to share, I have to give myself some time to be able to actually deliver without breaking down. I feel that.
Yep. Yep.
Feel that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's putting your heart
Yeah.
in it. That's putting
Yeah.
your
You know what? There's been some times where Maya and I were going to an open mic, and we would be like, you know what you're gonna do, you know what you're gonna do. And now in my head, I've practiced probably this spoken word all day, thinking I was gonna go this way, but then for some reason my heart just didn't align with that piece, and I just had to kind of follow my heart on what poetry, what piece. If it fit, I don't really be giving a damn if it be fitting the environment. I do be having to watch it because Sheeran be out there and I be cussing. But besides that, like I be having to, just alter what I'm gonna do because I can't do a love and light poem if I'm really fucked up about something.
yeah.
That's just what it is. Nah, I'm
Yeah.
not finna go up there and smile. Like
You gotta feel your shit. You gotta feel your shit. I saw somebody posted had a it was one of the comedians oh well I don't yeah you do know it was one of the comedians posted a while back asked if was asking the poets if we read the room because sometimes for y'all that know for y'all that don't know poets, comedians, musicians, we all intermingle with each other during open mics and stuff like that, so we do cross paths and everything.
yeah,
And she was asking if poets do we read the room because she was some open mics that she go to, some people be well, trying to figure out how I'm trying to remember how she put it. Some she open mic should be for you to how to express your feeling unless you strictly came out to entertain. Yeah, Lyric, yeah. But I'm trying to you commented on that post too though, Lyric too.
yeah,
You do read the
that
room.
part.
I understood what she meant. Some people they don't have enough poems to to read the room and say, okay, I'm gonna switch it up to this. Okay, I'm gonna switch it up to that. Some people
Right,
just they
right,
want to go. Some people go because they got something they really just need to get off their shoulder, and they gonna read this regardless of how you feel about it or not. They doing it for themselves. Fuck y'all. You know. So that's how it is. But yes, on to be matter of factly, a lot of times, yes, the general answer would be yes. We do read the room too. Like I said, my comment was, I'm not gonna go to, I'm not gonna go have an all white crowd and bash on do one of my poems bashing hard on Trump and shit like that. Get my ass whooped or something.
right.
Yeah, we gotta read the room too. So
But you know what? On the contrary, I actually did that one before. It was an event that Crush had invited me to. I can't remember. It was last year, but it was like doing around Juneteenth, and it was I did Driving While Black, and it was a room full of like Caucasian police officers. Like, bro, the nerves that was nerving through my nerves, but I went up there and did it though. Then I kind of,
was it intentional though? Because I said if I
huh?
did some shit, was it intentional though? Because I
Yeah,
said if I
I
did some
mean
shit
that was
like
what
that,
I had set in stone to do that was pertaining to the topic of the event, and so yeah, I mean that's what they got. I mean, it was like it was some red ears, but I didn't give a damn because it sheds light on what the fuck is going on. Excuse my language. I didn't give a damn. I didn't care. It sheds light on what's going on. There's nothing but truth in it, and so I'm sorry if you take it personal. Then it is what it is. I'm not apologizing for what I write.
yeah, Lyric, you're absolutely right. Reading the room is important, but not as important for those of us who need to release. See, comedians, they are actually there to make the audience laugh, so they are there
Yeah,
for the audience. I
yeah.
feel as like as I always say for myself, I write for me. I don't get I share, but I write. But ultimately, I write for me. It's ultimately fuck y'all feelings. I write for me. So I'm releasing my feelings. These are my feelings. These are I'm venting to get all this shit out on me, so I don't go out and do something crazy. So I'm getting this shit
And
out.
I love that. I love the outlet of release. You know what I'm saying? You do whatever you do to help yourself keep sanity. And poetry is, poetry words matter. The sword of the spirit lies in the power of thy tongue. We spell the words because words are spell. So we go out there to release a lot of those spells. Like it goes for me, it goes so deep. Like we go a lot to release a lot of things when we hit that mic. You know what I'm saying? No matter what the topic is, it ain't just gotta be about mental health. Shoot, I remember Kevin came in with that dope poem about y'all wedding day. You know what I'm saying? You know, it happens in various types of ways. You know, so yeah, like that's what I love about it. It is it's an open app. It's a safe space. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
Poetry is a safe
yeah.
space.
Safe
It's
space.
a safe, and so that's why at the end of the day, honestly, my perception on it is literally just like I enjoy hearing other people's like I literally do enjoy. If anybody has seen me in a poetry, then I'm literally tied in when people are on the stage because I'm paying attention to their walk of life. You know what I'm saying? It's like for real. I really want to. I'm invested in your creative path and you releasing something therapeutic for yourself. I don't have to know you from top to bottom to enjoy your work and feel like, man, that poem was dope. It can be about love. It can be shoot about whatever your coworkers at work. You know what I'm saying? It's a broad aspect of relatable things, man. That's
And
what I love about poetry.
as a matter of factly, and I know you already told me this is dope, so you're gonna love this. As a matter of factly, while we talking about this, one, the and going back to the question, what I answered with Rain, surrounding myself with people who allows me to be me. This poetry community and the vibe and stuff with the open mics and stuff like that. A lot of people sometimes get too caught up into trying to please others and or trying to compete against one another that they forget why they got into it in the first place. And
You better spit, Maya. You better
I
spit.
don't want to get I don't want it to get that way to me. I don't want to ever stop writing for me and you know lose my focus on why I began writing in the first place and try to be somebody I'm not or try to do stuff for other people that I don't want to do. And so that's what I wrote this latest piece. So one of my newest shits.
New shit.
I gotta tell y'all, I am not a professional. I'm a poet, yo. I'm not no therapist. I don't have to be. And like Confessions was telling me, I like she. I get people. They got a character or a what's the word? I'm not trying to be
Like
offensive.
an image. Like an
Yeah,
image.
image that they got to keep up to be, business professional and everything. But for me, poetry ain't a business to me. It's straight up therapy. I'm just a regular fucked up poet, patient, person. I'm a patient of this poetry. The poetry is my psychotherapist. I am a patient. I'm a crazy ass fucked up patient. You
You
know,
better spit,
and so
poet.
I'm not trying to be professional about nothing. I'm just gonna say whatever the fuck come out my mouth. I don't want to watch my tongue. So I got this piece. Hope y'all enjoy it. I am not a professional. Look at me. Do I dress the part of the type of bougie artist that you dream you could be? Your realities are but nightmares like arrogant identities with poetry degrees. What the fuck is a poetry degree? Poetry is not a place to be professional to me. I like raw stories, explicit content. Speak your fucking truth, because there's somebody here that needs to hear that shit. I am not a professional. Do not censor my words like a banned book, because if you're truly with the band, then I can't be overlooked. Don't tell me how to play in an industry that I never chose it to be for me. This is poetry. These are my words, naked and unnerved. You should feel pressure when I speak. Goosebumps as my voice shakes, erupting emotions of 100 volcanoes as the earth beneath you quakes. I am not a professional. I am the patient, just another impatient complainant, intolerant to your assessment. Because if you're looking to reimagine me, then I'm just a wasted investment. I ain't better than nobody. And I don't know how to act because I'm an original hard copy. I know how to sit down and be humble as long as God got me. I am not a professional. I don't follow outlines and rules. I am the ebonics of what you learn in school, but I am not the definition of what you thought was cool. Yes, my pills are much better than your weed. No, seriously. I can be talking about shit I know deliberately. All of a suddenly, my words be out of focus, and I'm focusing on you noticing me. My thoughts getting hazy, my enunciation getting lazy, my paranoia ticking, my anxiety clicking. You wanted me to put on a performance, but I just wanted to give a speech. My mental health ain't an act. The most dangerous disabilities are the ones you can't see. I am not a professional. I just want to vent. I give no apologies to the offense of my language and the intentional content. Because if you're feeling some type of way about it, then you may need to consider what kind of artist you represent. Just hell bent on belittling what I do instead of just focusing on you. But I do appreciate the resentment because without people like you, then my gift wouldn't be present. I'm more like a priest in a confessional, but I am not. I am not a
Yeah,
professional.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let them know. Let them know. Let them know.
Tell
Let them know.
y'all.
Let them know. It's about release. You know
Oh,
what I'm
Alex,
saying?
what up, Alex? Punchline Frazier joined us. The late.
TJ Poet said, for years I didn't step on the stage because a well known poet made me feel like my piece was not up to par with them. And I'm sorry you had to go through that, but just keep in mind, I'm gonna just stay positive on that note because I have personal experience as well. But just keep in mind, like everybody is always even saying in the chat, it ain't about them. Even if it is they event, it ain't about them. You know, as long as everybody remains respectful, since poetry is a safe space, as long as everybody, you know, remain respectful, just don't pay attention to the noise. Get up there and just spit. This is your release. You know, this is your outlet, and it can only way affect on you if you allow it to. You know, that's just the light I want to shed on that right there. Like it can only way affect on you unless so hear the noise and then just throw it in the trash. Just get up there and release your stuff.
Yeah, I just never got that drama shit in the poetry community.
That's
I mean,
good.
it's just I don't understand that. I
That's
mean,
good. That's why I said we gonna share. We just gonna move past it, and we just gonna
yeah,
keep on
I
keep it
mean,
on the
yeah,
lighter
just
note.
focus
Like
on you. You know, spit your shit, do your thing. Fuck everybody else. You know,
because
you spit
poetry,
for you.
spin poetry, it shouldn't be. It's not based off of that. Like we just been saying, it ain't based off of that. It's based off, and sometimes it's unfortunate that we do have to because think about it. Even though we're saying this, everybody doesn't have that same perspective. You know what I'm saying? For
Yeah,
some people, it is business. Some people know the business is of running a poetry business, but they're not a poet. You know what I'm saying? Or they're not an artist. So it's different walks of life. You kind of got to give grace to all the parties involved because it's
yeah.
different walks of life
Yeah.
for
And
everybody.
respect,
You know
and
what I'm
respect.
saying?
I'm not, and like I said, I'm not disrespecting nobody that's trying to put it as a business or anything. But don't force that shit on me, and don't belittle me because I don't want what you want for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes. Like those are
That's
your dreams. Like you want to be Dr. Seuss. I'm just releasing, bro. Like
I just want to spit. You know, I don't want the politics of the shit. I just want to spit. That's all I want to do. I just want to spit.
and the thing about it, if we happen to be so talented along the way that it opened doors and miracle size and wonder, then I feel like poetry as therapy is and as a if you want to say a mental health topic is serving its purpose because I mean just think about it. We're a nomination in poetry, a nomination of the Grammys now. You know what I'm saying? So without all the politics, everybody's just releasing and just popping their shit. Like it's fun, bro. Like I don't know what else you want to say. I really just be enjoying it.
Damn. Oh,
But we're gonna wrap it up here in just a second. I do want to give one more. I want to spit one more. This is a up to dated. Actually, I'm gonna give two more. Um, it's called this one right here. This is called the antidote. Um, it goes, man, I'm ill. Like a mental disorder. My words throws off the simple-minded cognitive functions concealed with the conjunction of lyrical dysfunction. I need a doctor's hospital for this. mental malfunction because I'm ill. And I don't want to suppress it. My metal snatch make you catch a therapy session. It's built up aggression. I don't want to suppress it. Ejaculate on my opponent's spoken words of confessions. I'm confess. I might be a little sick. Doctors call me a skit because my personality transits into a bunch of misfits filled with criminal intent to call you out on bullshit. Be quiet. Y'all hear this? Man, I'm sick. Verbs and adjectives screaming. See, they attacking my mind, causing me overthinking. Give me a pen before I sin. My innocent looks are deceiving. Spoken word be my healing. I'll let you call on sweet Jesus because I'm feeling. And if you give me a reason, my vernacular will attack you like an allergy season. Bless you with an haiku. Think you may have the flu, infect you with soliloquies. Like what would confessions do? I'm aggressive. A Sagittarius heathen, make you forget your next lines with the words that I'm speaking. You may call it dementia, but I call it amnesia. Inject you with anesthesia. Word battle procedure. That means I'm here to draw blood. Call this a phlebotomy. God, universe, and nature, they be my triology. Angel numbers. Third, I'll call that shit numerology. My words inspire all you niggas. That's how I help heal the colony, homosexuality. I do not practice sodomy. Why would I self-sacrifice when Jesus Christ was the commodity? They spoke it in Deuteronomy, obeying the gods. This the prophecy. See, metaphors and analogies attacking up all of my arteries. There is something inside of me. And the only way to heal is to confess that poetry be my Achilles heel. Give me the antidote. Poem. That's how
Yeah.
I love it. It's like I can go to this person, that person. It just doesn't matter. I can release, and I'm glad that we do have outlets like therapy. We have outlets like friendship. You know, me and you, we talk. You know, we have outlets like whatever legal term it is for it. At the end of the day, for me, the real antidote is poetry. Like the real antidote is it's the energy of releasing that
I mean, that shit better than my. I mean, I still need to take my medication, but that shit better than my medication, better than my meds, yo.
Me
I'm telling
too.
you,
Me too.
I think, I think I can live. I don't know how I got. I'm telling you, man. I took. I grew up writing, like, but I never like got as much into it with the poetry community as I have these past couple few years, but I grew up writing, just writing for myself, and then I took a long pause whenever I went into the military and stuff, and then when I came out and I started a family and stuff like that, and everything was just so over freaking whelming, and
Yeah, yeah,
one of my homies brought me back and was like, "You still writing?" "Yeah, I still write." "Well, come to an open mic with me, to release that." "Okay, okay." Whoo, so thankful for her. Uh, Empress, Empress. That was
Empress,
yeah.
man,
That was my
yeah.
that was my high school homie. She was talking about, "You still write?" We was in speech together in high school. And I was telling you, I was like, man, I was so overwhelmed with everything, and it had been a long minute. I had took a long pause, and I'm so glad that she introduced me to a whole new world.
Yeah, that's the vibe right there. I'm telling you, and that's the vibe. Hey, Lyric said, being, thank you, Alex. Lyric says, being able to help others is a big deal to me. I only pray that the world is blessed and inspired and encouraged by my words and work in the community. I try my best not to get distracted by the ones who pass judgment or have negative things to say. I enjoy being in the presence of people who are authentic and true to themselves and nothing else. Let me say this. Lyric, you do that. You do that. You do that, damn it, you do that. And I know I done told you this, and I'm gonna always give you your flowers. You do that, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I don't. It's your poetry has always been heartfelt to me, but it goes beyond that. It's I can always feel your energy before you hit the stage. It's like if I ain't seen you, I know Lyric gotta be in here. It's like I smelled the vibration of your positivity. So yes, everything you just said in there, like I know from my perspective, it does and it shows. You are a community woman, and it does not go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? You are inspiration to me, and you push me to continue to do this shit. And you know what I'm saying? And let somebody know that it's possible to live out your dreams in it. So thank you for that. And we
Facts.
got David Jackson. What's popping? Bliss said poetry
Blitz.
is very therapeutic for me, and it is, Bliss. It is, and you do it with you. You release it through an authentic way yourself. Like I ain't never met somebody you can just put it therapy through sports. Not
Speakers.
sports and therapy through sports. You know what I'm saying? So man, like that opens a whole nother dimension.
He inspired Kevin's last poem he wrote.
See, see, that opens up a whole different dimension of therapy for people in that type of environment. Not to say that's like his only thing. He got other stuff, but like in that type of environment, that opens up a whole nother outlet for therapy. Never know who might hear that and be like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
if
what I'm
you heard
saying.
Kevin's last poem that he did at El Jefe, but it was
He
tight.
sent it to
I
me.
liked it because
You,
it was he was talking shit about the Cowboys. So
yeah,
it
you sent it to
was a
me.
poem talking shit about the Cowboys. So I like that. That's why he's my husband. So, but uh, real quick though, before we do, we going you got one more you want to do, right?
Oh yeah, I do. I have one more.
So what do you think about? I mean, man, because we got poem for days. This is what we call TCP. The constipated poets. We
Oh,
always
y'all ain't even heard TCP stuff yet. Like
we always got shit to say. That's what I say. We call it the constipated poets because we always got shit to
we
say.
working on it, but y'all ain't. It's a lot of fire that we do have together that we haven't hit the stage with it. But just know when we come, it's gonna be correct. We gonna be
I don't
talking
know.
that
You kind of.
noise.
I think. What do you think, Confessions? You kind of want to do something like this an hour a month or something like that?
I got you. I'm down.
You down for that?
So, down. This is fun. I love this.
All
I love
right.
this. New form of
So
release. New form of release. New form of
yeah.
release. I like
So
it.
we're not hitting y'all with all our shit today.
No, 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 no.
We're not even. We can. What y'all love to say? Y'all
You
right?
know what? Next topic. We're gonna do. Let's go ahead and give them some TCP next month. Since you know what I'm saying, Juneteenth. We gonna go ahead.
We'll set
We
a
gonna put
date
it
and
out
put
there.
it up. We'll set a date and I'll put it up. And
Definitely.
we got some more shit for y'all. Okay, so just stay tuned and watch out for the flyers. It'll be popped up there.
So,
We appreciate everybody for joining us, showing
thank
us
you for
all
your
the love and
time.
support. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
I was real
So this
anxious, real nervous about doing this because, like I said, I'm not a talker, but I love to spit poetry. And
talking about she ain't no talker. That girl been talking this whole thing. Stop it.
I'm a rambler. I'm a rambler. What? I'm not a talker. I'm
Well,
a rambler.
we love it, man. Pop, pop your like I always say. But this one right here that I'm gonna close with, it's called actually I did this one Saturday, at Live Lit. It was Friday at Live Lit. It's called These Are My Confessions. It's the latest thing that I wrote. It's about a lot of relief. I just hope y'all enjoy it. It's just actually I wrote only this for release, and I had no intentions on actually showing it to the world. It was actually a journal prompt that was off inside of my journal, and I guess I see fit for it right now because it's on a personal level. It's not if people relate to it, they do, but it's literally these are my confessions. There it goes. A confessional is known as a closet, a sanctuary of secrets where whispers of identity and desires are tucked away, usually dark and casket cold. Like the day my heart turned as I heard the words I rather have a dead guy than to gaze. I'm sorry, mama. I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to make you cry by releasing the skeletons in my closet. Bone marrow shivered up into pixie dust. Don't look back, Abraham. They burnt down Sodom and Gomorrah. At that moment, I knew the value of family was not measured by the blood of the lamb. I mean, our DNA, but the environment that accepts your identity. So back into the confessional, closet I went because Christians say that's where you go to repent. The politics that exist in the come as you are disguised in the civil rights where Martin Luther King marched. Yet I have a dream that we shall overcome the scum programmed in heaven's land by Uncle Sam that neighbors 9 to 5 means the great I am. I'll be goddamn if you use my name in the veins that carries blood back to the heart pumping Lido Kane. I release the pain by calling on the ancestors. And I love on thine enemies, call that the holy weapon. Tucked deep in the closet, locked, loaded, and concealed is God, universe, and nature. My Achilles heel, an acronym for a gun. Let's play Russian roulette. See, I am the light up in the darkness earth angel silhouette. But what Crime that I commit, mental thoughts full of rage. I'm slaved with invisible chains in your prison's mind games. I gave compassion, showed security. Bitch, I even bought you diamonds. So why the fuck does your love feel like solitary confinement? I was the nicest. Remain quiet when you gaslit my boundaries. You are the warden of love's prison, and my soul is your salary. And at work, they act scared of me and go on homophobic rants when you ain't even my type, ho. I do not want your pants. I don't desire everyone just because I'm gay. See, I was fired for orientation, but then they called it God's way. So, what act of faith do I follow now? You know, I am the second coming, but you can call me God's child. That means it's time to resurrect. Crown chakra screaming, blasphemy. My family's riding on my success. You know, I just need my niggas proud of me. Ancestors screaming loud at me, trying to strengthen my mentality. See, I was nice as a formality. A mark of the beast resides inside of me. So let he who's without sin cast the first stone. I took Goliath by his collar and found out he had no balls. See, I be David in a book that's ancient, and spoken word be my faith. And if you hate me because I'm gay, well, consider that self hate, because there's a mirror on the wall, and everything is a reflection. Passing judgment is still a sin. Matthew 1 and 7. See, they took homosexuality and turned it into a curse. And if you black woman and gay, triple threat, call to her. And when I pray, they condemn me to a fiery hemisphere and say, confessions, it wasn't the message, it was just the messenger. And you wonder why some people choose to sit and suffer in silence. A confessional is a sanctuary of the secret, also known as the closet. Come out where. Oh, thank
Yes,
you guys.
yes, yes, yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes.
Thank you guys. Again, thank
Oh,
y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for letting
yes,
me and Maya release some of this poetry therapy. You
yes, it's been
know, my
real.
God, for
It's
real,
been
for real.
real. I'm glad y'all came and what's the word? Come on, help me out, confessions. I'm getting lackadaisy with my words now.
I got you. I got you. I got you. Thank y'all. Follow Maya on all her platforms. She gonna have all of them. Maya to be 13, I believe, is what it is in a lot of them.
On
So
YouTube and IG, yeah.
on YouTube and IG. Keep on the lookout for Navigating Through Life's Detours, Confessional Coaching, the purpose of development. We go through detours in life while we're on our journey doing whatever the hell it is, even if it's just sitting there to think. You know what I'm saying? But what about when we get thrown off the side of the road? Well, right now we're in the middle of the purpose of development. So I'll have another workshop that'll be coming up in a couple of weeks that continues from last week. We're going to pick up, we're going to keep it pushing, and just stay tuned for
I'll
what
be
else.
posting those on my page too, so y'all be watching out for that. I'll be posting all confessionals, confessional
Yes,
coachings
yes,
on my
yes.
page. So you watch out for that. Join in on that, and we're gonna try to keep this going. You know, keep it around an hour, about an hour a month, and just
Yeah.
so we don't, stale out or anything like that. We just love this vent. Just love this vent. Just get this quick vent out for a month.
All
So
right. Yes.
just watch out for an update when the next one is. We got poems for days,
Yes.
constipated poets. We always got some shit to say. So
Yes.
yeah,
All right. Love and light, peace. Maya, love you. I love you, fam. I'm going to holler at you. I got to go get ready to hit this government.
get out of there before a tornado hit your ass. Them clouds is dark as hell.
Yeah, you already know. You know, I'm a Texan. I ain't scared of no natives.
All right, y'all. Have a good one.